Okay, in this example, we're going to graph the function y equals 2 cosine 2x minus pi halves plus 3. And the first thing we want to do is rewrite the function in the form y equals a cosine b times x minus h plus k. To do that, we're going to factor this number 2, the b, out from these two terms here. So when we do that, we have y equals 2 cosine, okay, factoring out the 2, so 2 times, so we divide each of these by 2. 2x divided by 2 is x, and pi halves divided by 2 is pi fourths. Plus the 3. So now we have it in the proper form. We can identify what the a is, the b, the h, and the k, which allows us to determine the amplitude. The amplitude is the absolute value of a. A in this case is 2. So the amplitude is 2. The period is 2 pi divided by b. The b is 2 as well. So 2 pi divided by 2 gives me a period of pi. The phase shift, that's the h, and h in this case is pi fourths. And the vertical shift is k, which is 3. So we're going to shift 3. The next thing we do is we identify the x coordinates of the 5 key points. To do that, we start with the phase shift. So the first x coordinate is the phase shift, pi fourths. To get the next x coordinates, we just add 1/4 of the period. In this case, 1/4 of the period is going to be 1/4 times pi, or in other words, pi fourths. So we just add pi fourths to the first x to get the second one. Which gives us 2 pi fourths. Okay, and then to find the third one, we add another pi fourths to the second one. So we had 2 pi fourths, we add another pi fourths, and that gives us 3 pi fourths. We just continue this process. So to find the fourth one, we take the 3 pi fourths, which is the third one, and we add another pi fourths, which is 4 pi fourths. The last one would be 4 pi fourths plus 1 pi fourth, which is 5 pi fourths. Now we have some of these that will reduce. 2 pi fourths is pi halves, and 4 pi fourths is just pi. So now we have the x coordinates of our 5 key points that we'll use in our graph. Okay, so let's list those 5 key points along the x-axis. So I'm going to call this pi fourths. One pi fourths. This one's pi halves. 3 pi fourths. And 4 pi fourths. That's going to be pi. And then finally 5 pi fourths. Okay, and the y-axis we use our amplitude, which is 2, to label it. So we'll come up 2 and -2. Now remember, a cosine curve starts at a maximum and goes to 0, then down to a minimum, back to 0, and then back to a maximum. Now to finish this, all we have to do is shift up 3 units. 1, 2, 3. So we just move each point up 3 units. 0 up 3 units. -2 up 3 units. 0 up 3 units. And 2 up 3 units. And our final graph comes in here like this. And there you go.